I would say to any woman looking to come into the construction industry, be confident, be yourself, and jump in with both feet, and it will be the best decision you've ever made.
What do you enjoy most about working within construction?
It's got to be the people. I think the people within the construction industry are quite special because of their ingenuity, their ability to come together and problem solve. And just every day is a learning day. There is always something new on every project. And that makes life interesting and varied and challenging at times, but definitely all the better for that.
So how long have you been in the industry and what key changes have you seen during that period?
So I started my career in 2000 in London as a graduate at JLL, but the construction industry hasn't revolutionised nearly as much as I anticipated really. We have seen some changes, and particularly I think in terms of culture there have been some changes. It's much less of an old boys network now than it used to be, and there's definitely more flexibility than there used to be. And I think for me, probably the biggest change that we've seen is around the environmental side of things. We're so much more focused on the impact that we're having on the environment and how we minimise that. As a company, we're carbon neutral and working towards being carbon zero for our 100th birthday in 2036. So I think environmental probably is the area where we've seen most change.
What other ways do you think the industry can encourage more women to consider a career in construction?
I think there's probably three things. I think first of all, we need to educate the educators so that they can enable people to have a choice as to what they might like to do with their careers. I think people don't understand just the variety and the opportunity that there is in the industry. I think the second thing that we need to do is also continue in this sort of role towards professionalisation of the industry. And I think that makes it more attractive and more aspirational. You know, you don't want to work in an industry where it's seen as very male-dominated and very difficult working environment, whereas that's not actually the truth for most of us that work in the industry. We are very professional, we have huge responsibilities and we have very exciting projects to deliver. And I think the third thing that we need to do is just provide more access and more openness into the industry, getting people involved in terms of work experience or more open days.
As your talent partners, we know how Deeley invest in their people. What responsibility do you think construction organisations have in attracting and retaining women in their teams?
I think we have a responsibility to all members of our team to attract and retain the best people. I'm always a little hesitant about putting women in a different category to any other members of our team because we all work together as one team. So I think it's essential for us to attract and retain talent and to give everyone the best opportunities and the best training and mentoring we can. I think that we have a responsibility to retain the best talent and to retain women within the industry, and I think that means flexibility. But I'd like to see men also taking that advantage of that flexibility. Now that we have parental leave as well as maternity leave, I'm hoping that we'll see more flexibility from all of our workforce.